Warning: the following video contains strong language that may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Did you hear about what happened? Crazy.
True crime. We online.
Come check us out.
Tune in. It's about to go down.
So we at
True crime. Based on real life events. Every story has two sides.
telling the truth, who telling them lies?
Them on me, anybody with eyes, they can see that this the truth that I am speaking. Blood leaking, what's the reason? No remorse for the family. Where's the justice? We need peace. Another plot twist this deep. Got me on the edge of my
I wonder what's gonna happen next.
Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Murder and Cocktails, where true crime meets mixology. I'm your host, Nicole Mitchell-Colley, and I'm here with my fabulous co-host, LaChelle Walker.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl. In today's episode, we delve into one of the most terrifying and complex criminal cases in California's history, the Golden State Killer. Over the span of a decade, from the night... Oh. Okay.
It just sounded like something that needed to be added after you said that.
Oh my god. I lost my spot.
Over the span.
Oh, thank you. Over the span of a decade, from the mid-1970s to the mid-1980s, this elusive predator committed a series of heinous crimes that shocked the state and terrorized communities. Responsible for at least 13 murders and more than 50 rapes and over 100 burglaries, the Golden State Killer's reign of terror left a deep-rooted mark on his victims and law enforcement alike. Today we'll explore the chilling details of how Joseph James DeAngelo, our former police officer, led a double life as a notorious serial killer and rapist, preying on unsuspected families across California. From his early days as a Visalia ransacker to the calculated and terrifying attacks as the East Area rapist, and finally his descent into cold-blooded murder as the original Night Stalker, DeAngelo left a trail of horror in his wake. We'll uncover the investigative breakthroughs that led to his eventual capture, including the DNA evidence that linked his crimes after decades of frustration for detectives. Plus, we'll take a closer look at the man behind the mask, his personal life, the trauma he witnessed as a child, and how his background as a law enforcement officer helped him stay one step ahead of authorities for so long. Join us as we unravel the full story of the Golden State Killer, exploring the dark motives, relentless cruelty, and the enduring impact on the victims and communities left in the wake of one of America's most infamous criminals. Stay tuned for this gripping episode as we dive into the mind of a monster and the incredible efforts that finally brought him to justice. But before we begin, we want to remind everyone that this episode discusses graphic content and may not be suitable for all audiences. So, grab your favorite libation and let's raise a glass to a murderously good time. But first, we have some true crime news.
Level up. Oh. Michigan State Police have confirmed the remains of Deanne Warner, a 52-year-old mother of four from Tecumseh, Michigan, were found on her husband Dale Warner's property, over 3 years after she went missing in April 2021. Authorities have ruled her death a homicide, but are withholding further details as the investigation continues. Dale Warner was arrested in November of 2023, facing charges of open murder and tampering with evidence. His attorney stated that they will continue to fight the charges in court. The remains were discovered during a search on August 16th, hidden in a propane tank on Dale's property. Dale has maintained his innocence, and in June 2024, A judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to stand trial for his wife's murder. If you have any thoughts or comments on today's story, please reach out to us on social media or through our website. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.
I've been following this story for a real long time. Like, I knew she was dead because a mother of 4 children, ain't no way you just gonna disappear and not speak to your children. And then the night before she died, she basically told him that she wanted a divorce and she was gonna leave him.
See,
but the crazy part is, like, he had a business too, but it wasn't doing as well as her business.
Jealous?
Very.
I will never tell someone I'm leaving them. I'm just gonna leave.
Just gonna roll out. Right. That's probably like the safest thing to do anyway. There's been a couple of times where I done picked up and left and ain't said nothing.
But like, you think about it, a propane tank is not that big at all. It's like a helium tank, like at Dollar General size.
No, it was like a real big one, like the ones we had in the Army.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he sealed it shut. He welded it shut.
Y'all can't see my face. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
My
thing is,
yikes.
Why? Okay. Just get a divorce.
That's too easy.
I mean, why kill somebody? Because they don't want to be with you. I mean, if you kill them, they're not going to be with you anyway.
Ta-da!
So it's like, I don't know.
I guess as if I can have you, only the Lord can have you.
Girl, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Never again. You will not catch my ass slipping. No more. No more.
That's extremely sad. I haven't like looked over the story as much as you have, but just having 4 children, wondering where their mom is this whole time, and then
the good thing is, like, they're adults, but still, like, even at 38 years old, I don't know what I would do if my mama died.
And being put in a propane tank? No.
Right. Like, especially in that manner? Oh, yeah. I would lose my mind.
Is that their
Probably
father?
Yeah. That's stepfather.
He can still get these hands.
Right. He can definitely catch hands. Fuck it. So what's been going on, girl? It's Friday. It's been a long week.
It has. It's felt like a month.
Like, I think the holiday kind of messed me up a little bit. Because that Monday off was great, but Tuesday was the most Monday-ish ass Tuesday I've experienced in a long time. Like, the fuck. I had an interview that day. I didn't get any sleep the night before because I was tripping about this interview. And then after the interview, I took the rest of the day off so I could rest because I was tired.
You was stressed out that much?
Girl, I was. I mean, public speaking, I do fine. But when it comes to interviews, like, I'll legit be ready to pass out.
Yeah, like, tell me about yourself. When is the time you handled this?
Girl. The good thing is, like, I already knew the panel, so we already have a working relationship, but I was still nervous as shit.
No, yeah, this week has been long. That's all I can say. I'll just tell you the most interesting part of this week that actually helped me get, well, I don't know. I had to call you about it because I was disgusted driving down the street. So we did Jordan's birthday, and she had baby octopus. Mm. And I was driving down the street and I started freaking out. I called Nicole because I was pulling tentacles like out of my teeth, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, ew.
I don't do it. I didn't do anything but make it worse because I I was teasing her.
She said it was gonna crawl out of me and suck my face when I was asleep. Like, what?
I personally, you know, I don't really care much for octopus, but I do like calamari. But if
Mm-mm.
there's happens to be octopus in my meal, I'm gonna eat it. Like it's whatever. Um,
No, no, no.
did she
Mm-mm.
talk about Jordan pulled his muffin cap back?
Oh
My God.
gosh. So like these are full baby like octopus. I don't know if they were baby. I don't know what they were. They were octopus though, and they had heads on them. So Jordan was like, "I wonder is there a brain in there?" I was like, "No, please don't." This is like mid chew. She peels this octopus's muffin cap back, and then like out pops this little goop, and I'm like, "Ugh." Time to go.
So no brain, just goop.
I don't know what it was. I don't want to talk
Oh
about it.
no. That's
And
like
I don't know,
Bobby and
like,
shrimp.
where did they get these from?
Ain't no telling, and I'm curious as hell. It's like who is ringing my damn doorbell right now? But it's okay. I'm not answering it though. I had to get a lot of people together this week. Like, you not gonna carry me like I'm some weak ass bitch. And Amina's teacher was victim number one. So my daughter is a junior in high school, and it's needless to say she needed to go use the restroom to handle some lady business. And this lady wouldn't let her. And so she texts me like, "Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can I leave?" Basically. I'm like, "Shit, go to the bathroom. I'll handle it. Because what you not gonna do is tell my 16-year-old daughter that she cannot go use the bathroom." And
Right.
so I wrote this Karen-y ass email about how, the menstrual cycle is a natural bodily function, and how my daughter should not have been denied the going to use the restroom, and how unsanitary it was, for her to have to sit there, and how embarrassing it was. And like I set it the fuck off. I think I wrote like 4 or 5 paragraphs.
That's
And
pretty
the
long.
teacher called me, and she was, "Oh, I just want to explain to you what happened." And all these other girls asked to go to the bathroom at the beginning of the class, and Amina asked to go after lunch. Okay, so what? That ain't got shit to do with my daughter.
At all.
I said,
Right.
you as a woman know that, things happen, and it's embarrassing. And basically you subjected my daughter to embarrassment and her being uncomfortable. I don't like that. So she apologized or whatever, and she's like, "Would you like me to apologize to Amina?" I'm like, "I don't think that'll be necessary, but I appreciate you acknowledging that you made a mistake and you were big enough to admit that, and we discussed it. I appreciate that." So Amina said today in school, like, the teacher like basically rushed her just to go apologize. I'm like, bet. That's what I'm talking about.
No. She would have had to also send me an apology via email too, because thanks for
'Cause
calling,
my mom
but I
was like,
also wanted in that email
right.
so
My
you
mom was like, "You
remember.
gonna go up there?" I'm like, "Girl, if I go up there, I'm going to jail. Can't go to jail.
Straight to prison, actually.
I'm in the middle of a background check. I can't go to jail."
That's why you were so chill. I was like, she's like extremely chillish. I was like,
Girl, I promise you, I am nuck if you buck on repeat if you try me about my child. You would catch hands and maybe even a foot to the throat.
Not a foot.
Look, they don't hear diddly squat. Like, Amina's teammate is here, and her mom has been ringing the doorbell, and they ain't heard diddly squat. Whoopsies.
Do you
Anyway,
need to tell them to answer the door?
no, Bobby just did. I can hear him now. But the thing is, you know, teenagers always got fucking AirPods in their fucking ear and can't hear shit. Like,
I don't
legit,
even want to talk about that. Why'd you bring that up?
I'm sorry. It's kind of triggering though, because like just to talk to Amina, sometimes you gotta fucking text her.
Now you reminded me of Jordan and her AirPod.
Oh, Jordan Marie, sorry.
If there
I
is
didn't
someone
mean it.
underage listening to this by chance and you're not supposed to, but you are listening anyway, if people are running in your school, you should run with them. Not walk, but run. Something's clearly happening.
That's like a black cardinal rule. If you see people running, you run too. No questions asked. What the hell is she doing with her life?
AirPod. And it got trampled. Now she's back to the wires because I'm not getting another box of AirPods.
You know what's funny? We actually bought Amina a pair of AirPods and we bought her a pair of wired ones too, just in case. But she's already lost a pair, but we made her pay for it. So, using her allowance. So she's on pair number 2. I'll tell you what, she lose this pair, she gonna be shit out of luck. Them things ain't cheap. Oh,
talking to you, Apple.
Right. I gotta tell you about my cousin's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So the venue where they had the wedding was like an old movie theater. And they had a movie-themed wedding. And let me tell you, that was the funnest, hoodest wedding I've ever been to in my entire life.
Really?
Yes, girl.
Oh my goodness.
Like, the song my cousin came down the aisle to, and you know he's deaf, but you know he could feel the beat. Like he came down that damn aisle like a G. Like, that entrance was so hard. And he was so fresh. Oh, and then his wife was so beautiful. She came down to the aisle to what's that song by Beyonce and JC, On the Run?
Oh, On the Run.
I don't care if you're on the run. Yeah, something like that. And she came down the aisle to that. And then the hood part about that is like their exit song was They Not Like Us. But hey, whatever. It was a nice wedding. It was a nice wedding.
Deaf, right?
Yes, they're both deaf. I believe Tiffany.
I love this for
she wears hearing aids, and the title of the movie on the marquee was definitely True Love with DEAF.
I love it.
It was really cute. I'm gonna have to show you the program, but we had a good time.
This is so cute. I love this for them, and I don't even know them. Like,
girl, I'm gonna have to send you the video. My cousin Kanisha like raised him all by herself. His dad was never involved, and you know she raised a man. Like, I gotta commend her for that. Like, 21 years old, you know, he and his wife, you know, had a daughter. You know, he proposed at the baby shower. Like, he did the right thing.
I can't, because I know it went viral, so I have to see that too.
Girl, I'm gonna have to find it, but I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, the proposal definitely went viral. I think it had like 1 million views.
My goodness.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. We are
Okay.
not like him.
No, we're not. Like that was special.
But
That's definitely extraordinary.
I
And I
love
don't
it.
speak sign language, but I told them, I said, I'm very proud of you. But he had a good time. I'm gonna have to show you the video. It's real cute. All right, let's get into it. Joseph James DeAngelo Jr. was born on November 8th, 1945 in Bath, New York, to Kathleen K. Louise DeGroat and Joseph James DeAngelo Sr., a U.S. Army sergeant. DeAngelo, of Italian descent, had two older sisters, Connie and Rebecca, and a younger brother, John, as a child. Okay, is it just me, or is it like all Italian families have somebody named Connie?
I actually have an Aunt Connie and Uncle Jonathan.
Yeah, I got an Uncle John. I don't think I have an Aunt Connie. But we're not Italian either, but close enough. As a child, DeAngelo's family experienced significant trauma. A relative reported that while stationed in West Germany, DeAngelo witnessed his sister Connie being raped by two airmen in a warehouse. This event is believed to have had a profound psychological impact on the young boy. After DeAngelo's arrest and conviction decades later, his sister Rebecca also came forward, alleging that their father physically abused DeAngelo during his childhood, further complicating his formative years. The family eventually relocated to California, where DeAngelo attended Mills Junior High School in Rancho Cordova between 1959 and 1960. In 1961, he transferred to Folsom High School, where he played on the junior varsity baseball team. However, DeAngelo's behavior was far from typical for a high school student. Prosecutors later revealed that his teenage years were marked by disturbing activities including burglary, mail theft, and the torture and killing of animals, all signs of a deeply troubled individual. No shit.
Big red flag.
Okay. Despite these red flags, DeAngelo earned his GED in 1964. In September 1964, DeAngelo enlisted in the U.S. Navy, where he served for 22 months during the Vietnam War as a damage controlman aboard the USS Canberra and the USS Piedmont. His time in the military provided him with discipline and skills that he would later utilize in his criminal activities. Don't we all? One thing I can say, like the military prepares you for some shit.
Everything possibly.
After his military service, DeAngelo sought to build a career in law enforcement, enrolling at Sierra College in Rocklin, California. He graduated with honors in 1968 with an associate's degree in police science. His education didn't stop there, though. DeAngelo continued his studies at Sacramento State University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 1971, positioning himself to pursue a career as a police officer. In the early 1970s, DeAngelo continued to enhance his knowledge of law enforcement. He took postgraduate courses and underwent further police training at the College of the Sequoias in Visalia. He also completed a 32-week internship at the Roseville Police Department, where he gained practical experience in policing. It is during this period that DeAngelo's public life as a law enforcement officer sharply contrasted with his private descent into criminality. DeAngelo's immersion in the world of law enforcement would later allow him to understand police tactics, helping him evade capture for decades. His knowledge of police procedures was one of the most chilling aspects of his later criminal career, as he meticulously planned his attacks to avoid detection. While outwardly pursuing a career in law enforcement, DeAngelo's darker side emerged as he transitioned from burglaries to sexual assaults and eventually to murder.
My.
Oh, we bringing the bottles out. What is this? Sipping salt. We gonna figure this out right now. For sure. Let's get it.
Hey, what you got? Yeah. Hold me up, I'm almost there. Solving crimes, let's get it clear. Glasses in the air, chill. Sipping salt, that's the call for alcohol. Sipping salt, no, don't drink it all. Hey, hold me up, poet, hold me up, yeah. Poet, hold me up. Sipping salt. Sipping salt. Sip, hold me up. Hold me up. Yeah. Sipping salt. Sipping.
It's time for our favorite segment, Sip and Solve. Grab your shakers and glasses because we're about to mix up a drink that perfectly complements today's mystery's dark twists and turns. Today's featured cocktail is the Cake by the Ocean cocktail, courtesy of thekitchenismyplayground.com. Here's how you can concoct this intriguing libation. The ingredients are 2 ounces of cake-flavored vodka, 2 ounces of coconut rum, I use Malibu, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of orange juice, vanilla frosting, multicolored sprinkles, orange wedges, pineapple wedges, and or maraschino cherries for garnish. Now, how to make this drink. Place sprinkles on a small plate. Dip the rim of a fun cocktail glass in frosting, ensuring that the entire rim gets well coated. Immediately dip the frosting covered rim in sprinkles. Repeat with the remaining glass if making more than one drink. Set the prepared glass aside. Fill a cocktail shaker 3/4 full of ice. Add cake, vodka, coconut rum, pineapple juice, and orange juice. Shake to combine. Pour into a glass and garnish with an orange wedge, pineapple wedge, and or maraschino cherries as desired. I'm gonna try that. Minus the frosting.
You sound like such a hater right now. What is with you and frosting? Why do you not
It's just
like
a lot.
frosting?
It's so much. It's like it sounds so good. It sounds beautiful, but ever since I went to that wedding and had alcohol and cake with frosting and threw up on Kevin's face, things haven't been the same. So it's just, I think I'm like, damaged a little bit. That's all.
You know what? The bonus is, though, he still married you after that.
I know, right?
Oh, but yeah, it does sound good. I mean, I think I have all of that with an exception of the frosting, which is fine. I'm not a big frosting person. If it's not whipped frosting, I don't want it. Like,
you say that, but we all know that you make your frosting, so
I do, and it's whipped. But on occasion, I do make buttercream for my husband because that's his favorite. But when I do, I scrape it off and I give it to him. Like, here, I don't want this.
Really?
I mean, it's just like shrimp for him. Like, if he orders something and he has shrimp in it, he'll give it to me. Buttercream, I think.
I love shrimp.
The first time I had buttercream, it wasn't enough vanilla in it. So it literally just tastes like, it ruined it forever. It tastes like fluffy butter. That's all I tasted. I was pissed
Fluffy
because
butter.
I mean, she hyped it up like so hard, and this shit made me mad because I was like, this is bullshit, and I didn't have. You know how you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, so you eat it anyway.
No.
Never mind. No. Look! I saw the look on your face. Like, never mind. Never mind. I'm not doing this with you.
Not eating it. I'm gonna tell you. That looks weird. Pass.
I did make some bomb ass cookies last night though.
They sound so good.
You
What
didn't see
kind?
it? They're Cookie Monster
No.
cookies.
Cookie Monster.
And they're blue, like Cookie Monster. And very easy to make. I actually cheated. Like I used like the cheating version. You use cake mix.
Easy for who to make?
It's so easy you could do it.
Nah.
What? I mean, all
Huh.
you do is put the cake mix in a bowl, crush up some Oreos, crush up some Chips Ahoy. I think it had some oil. Yeah, it had oil in there. You put some white chocolate chips in there, some milk chocolate chips in there, and you mix it all up and you roll it into little balls, and voila, you have cookie.
Wow.
And it was really good. And Bobby took some to work for his meeting. I was like, here, take some cookies to work. I honestly think I should get wife of the year. Let me tell you why. Okay. So Bobby asked me this week to make something for his company picnic. Okay. Company picnic was today. I think I found out Monday or Tuesday. Whatever. I decided to make baked macaroni and cheese because it's easy. So this morning, I woke up early. I made my husband's mac and cheese, even though we was beefing last night and he almost died. I made the macaroni and cheese anyway. But I will say, before I went to bed, I told his ass, I said, you know Panera Cater, you can always get some fucking macaroni and cheese from Panera. But then we had already bought the stuff. What? No. Don't. Panera macaroni and cheese? It's good.
I mean, it's fine, but
I mean, it's not baked macaroni and cheese, but it's a good comfort food substitute when you don't feel like being in the kitchen. So on top of that, I made the cookies for his meeting. And then he has an event tomorrow for work, and he forgot to arrange centerpieces, so I'm making centerpieces tonight. Yeah. Bitch should definitely get wife of the year. Like, I went hard for my husband this week. Gold star for me. I win.
Yeah.
You yield.
Absolutely.
Not even going to challenge it.
No. Because every time Kevin hears that you're doing something, he's like, oh yeah, we're going there. Oh, she's cooking. Yes, let's go. I'm like, it's not around the corner.
Y'all want to go up north for y'all anniversary? And you're like, well, Nicole's house is on the way. Can we stop there? I said, I'll cook.
Yeah, but she's cooking.
Right. I even made Kevin some gumbo. That actually sounds really good.
No.
I think that might be on the menu tomorrow, for real. Chicken and sausage
how you have it
gumbo.
in you.
Me neither.
Mm-mm.
But I'm hungry.
I think it's spaghetti or rotel.
Well, I made carbonara the other night, freaking 1 a.m. because I had a craving. I'm like, I gotta stop this. This is why my back is big. Saw the dude on Facebook making it, and I'm just like, I can make that.
You had the ingredients in your house. Just like,
girl, yeah, it ain't hard. Hell, you can use bacon and make your own sauce. So it was yummy. Nom 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 nom. I got problems. I know. But I mean, I was excited that I made it, and Bobby had some, even though like he had just like killed like a whole bowl of something before I made it. He's like, "What you making? Carbonara?" What? If I would have known you was making carbonara, I wouldn't have ate that. I said, "You're gonna eat carbonara anyway. Shut up. You're greedy." I'm just glad that my husband likes my cooking, because I promise you, like, if he didn't, my feelings would probably be hurt. But I need to add that before my husband met me, he was eating bachelor struggle meals and canned meat with juices.
Hmm. Mine was eating good. He was at his top weight. And now since he's been with me, like he's all skinny and stuff. Maybe I promoted to his health by not cooking. But I do like to buy cookware. Just to have.
So you just gonna look at it? Like, one
Yeah,
of
I
these
have it for
days I'm gonna use
decoration.
it.
No.
Lord help us. I'm in the market for some new cookware. It's time.
Paris Hilton.
Oh, I'm waiting on Brad's deals.
Or them. Wherever they are.
Brad's deals is fire. I'll tell you, I find a lot of good shit on Brad's deals. Not,
I don't even.
and they don't sponsor us, by the way. It's just me giving like mad props. Like, I've bought a tennis bracelet. I've bought towels. I've bought bedding, sheets, like good sheets, like for a king size bed, $40.
Let me see.
I mean, fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, and if you get a comforter set, you get shams too. Like, I'm down. Brad's deal saved me a lot of money.
Never heard of it.
I'm gonna send you the link. Hey,
Okay.
yeah, I shop a lot. Okay. Back to the case. So, before the Golden Killer's infamous crimes, DeAngelo began his criminal career as the Visalia ransacker in 1974 to 1975. DeAngelo committed over 100 burglaries in Visalia, California during this period, breaking into homes, stealing personal items, and creating chaos. He was known for rummaging through homes, leaving drawers pulled out, family pictures rearranged, and odd items out of place. I wonder what kind of odd items. What you think? Did they have? Okay.
That you plug up.
Yep. Okay. His primary focus was taking sentimental or personal items like jewelry and women's underwear. So original. But he also stole small valuables as trophies to relive the thrill of the crime later. This reminds me of a Lifetime movie I saw. Like, this Air Force base commander was breaking into people's houses and raping them and taking their panties and taking pictures and killing them and stuff. You don't remember that movie?
No.
I'm gonna have to send it to you. It's a little older. So in September 1975, DeAngelo's crimes escalated when he attempted to kidnap a teenage girl in Visalia. Her father, Claude Snelling, intervened and was shot and killed by DeAngelo, marking the first known homicide in his criminal career. Damn. Following this murder, DeAngelo's break-ins as the Visalia ransacker abruptly ceased, but his criminal ambitions were only growing. In 1976, DeAngelo's crimes evolved in both scale and intensity when he became the East Area Rapist. Between 1976 and 1979, he committed more than 40 rapes across Northern California, particularly targeting Sacramento County. His method was calculated and horrifying, with DeAngelo meticulously surveilling his targets in advance. That's creep. Okay. He often made hang-up phone calls to victims' houses in the days leading up to an attack, and in some cases, he prowled their properties to learn their routines. This is why my house
had
is
a lot of
Fort
time.
Knox. He did have a lot of time. Like, what the fuck was you doing? Like, did you not work?
At all.
Apparently, he got married sometime in here and had kids and stuff. It's like, okay. DeAngelo's attacks were defined by his careful control of the situation. He typically broke into single-story homes at night, often entering through unlocked windows or sliding glass doors. Once inside, he would subdue his victims, binding them with shoelaces or other materials. In his early attacks, he primarily targeted women who were alone or with children, but by 1977, he began targeting couples. He would force the woman to tie up her partner, placing dishes on the man's back as a makeshift alarm system. Very smart. DeAngelo threatened to kill both of them if the dishes fell during the attack, creating a psychological trap for his victims. After immobilizing the man, he would proceed to assault the woman.
What the hell?
I wonder if he ever caught VD.
Of course.
I mean, like in the 70s, everybody was kind of free, wild and free with their,
And he
their
was
lady
in
parts.
California, so
Right.
tell him
I
what
can
all
only
he caught.
imagine. Lord. His assaults were marked by strange behavior. He often lingered in the homes for hours, eating food from the kitchen, crying, or ransacking the house. Many victims reported that he took personal items such as jewelry or photographs as trophies. These thefts, along with his methodical planning, made him nearly impossible to catch. His attacks terrorized Northern California, with residents living in a constant fear. Law enforcement was inundated with reports of suspicious activity, but despite the heightened alert, DeAngelo continued to evade capture. By 1979, DeAngelo shifted his operations to Southern California, where his crimes escalated to murder. Between 1979 and 1986, the year that yours truly was born, he committed a series of brutal killings, earning him the nickname of the original Night Stalker. His Southern California attacks were even more violent than his earlier assaults. During this period, he murdered 10 people, including 4 couples and 2 women who were home alone. His methods remained consistent. He bound his victims, often using intricate knots, and in many cases, he would bludgeon or shoot them to death after assaulting them. The original Night Stalker's Southern California attacks took place in several different jurisdictions, which initially hindered efforts to link the crimes. Investigators struggled to connect the dots between his crimes because they occurred across such a wide area. Some of his murders were attributed to other criminals, such as the Diamond Knot Killer, but eventually similarities in the attacks led law enforcement to group the murders under a single suspect, the original Night Stalker. Ooh. Despite police efforts, DeAngelo's extensive knowledge of law enforcement techniques helped him avoid detection. His crimes remained unsolved for decades as DNA technology had not yet advanced enough to conclusively link the attacks. By the time DNA analysis became available, many departments had destroyed crucial evidence after the statute of limitations expired for rape cases, making it even harder to connect the dots. Man, 23andMe will get your ass caught up. Ancestry too. I will say that I've done 23andMe. I learned a lot about myself. I mean, because I was genuinely curious as to where like my roots came from. I'm like 26% European.
Interesting. Interesting.
I got a lot. I'm primarily Nigerian. And I'm like, and I got some East Africa, going on there too. It was, it's just weird because like my mother's side of the family tracked down our, created our family tree all the way back to slavery.
Wow.
Yeah. So just like hopping on ancestry.com and seeing like relatives that came from overseas, like my European relatives,
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome. And you want to hear something crazy? My great grandmother and my great grandfather got married. I don't know if it was the Mississippi or the Ohio River, but they got married because my great 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 grandfather did not want them to get married because my great great grandfather had already been married before and already had kids.
Hmm.
I thought that was really romantic. Like, we gonna get married anyway, and we gonna get married on a river where you can't, intervene. Like, I thought that was really romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. Don't laugh.
Definitely a movie.
But 23andMe has definitely been getting people caught up. I mean, DNA analysis definitely getting people caught up. Like, all these unsolved crimes, these cold cases that are being solved due to DNA analysis. Yeah, I'm here for it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think statute of limitations is bullshit. Like, you did the crime, you need to pay for it. I mean, just like this Diddy bullshit. His ass is in trouble.
But is he?
I don't really know.
Living his best life.
He's still living his best life for now. But did you see that video where Cassie was like trying to get away from him with a bag, and he came down the hallway in a towel.
Yeah,
and knocked the shit out of her.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He would have died. He would have died that night. Like, he would have died. Let's see here. Right. In 2001, the breakthrough finally came when DNA from the East Area rapist and the original Night Stalker crimes were linked, revealing that the same man had committed both the rapes and the murders. While this provided much-needed clarity, the identity of the perpetrator remained a mystery for nearly 2 more decades. In 2016, 40 years after the first known attack, the FBI and the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to the capture of the Golden State Killer. By then, DeAngelo had been living a quiet life in Citrus Heights, California, after retiring from his job as a mechanic at a supermarket distribution center where he had worked for 27 years. DeAngelo's ability to blend into suburban life while evading capture for decades made him one of the most elusive serial killers in American history.
That's completely wild.
It really is, though.
Your whole life you spent terrorizing people. God.
Right. And you think you're about to live happily ever after. Psych! Your ass is about to be grass, my guy.
Oopsies.
Boop. In late 2017, investigators turned to genealogy databases to crack the case. Boom. Hello. They uploaded the DNA profile of the Golden State Killer to a public genealogy site, which led them to DeAngelo through a distant family member's DNA. Ain't that about a bitch?
Wow.
Oh, shit. That's funny. That's so funny.
That is...
Like, I would be salty. Like, I know he was salty, because I'm salty for him.
That's... Damn. Not a $32 test.
Gotcha, bitch. Oh. We need like a special effect that says that. Like, gotcha, bitch.
Please, Dave Chappelle.
Yes, please. Thank you. Once they had DeAngelo in their sights, law enforcement obtained a sample of his discarded DNA, which conclusively matched the DNA from the crime scenes. Ooh. Ooh. Shit. It's over with. On April 24th, 2018, Joseph James DeAngelo was arrested at the age of 72. He was charged with 13 counts of murder and 13 counts of kidnapping for robbery. However, due to the statute of limitations, he cannot be charged with any of the rapes he had committed. Damn. All those victims. I mean, he got arrested. Yeah, her face she is not amused. She's not amused. Do you think him getting arrested would be considered justice for the rape victims? Do you think that's enough?
Fuck no.
I don't think so either. I think we should castrate him. I personally think that rapists should be castrated. Like, I do. I'm sorry. And it's probably the reason why I'm not a fucking warden or a politician or whatever, because you motherfuckers would be in trouble. Y'all rapists and child molesters, you motherfuckers would be in trouble. And y'all murderers, because I'm telling you what, I'm putting a motherfucking fast flow line for the death penalty. Y'all better pray I don't ever become a politician.
I don't know if you will after stating that. They're gonna play this back and be like, ah.
Right. Remember this shit you said? And you know what? I'm gonna be like, and? Somebody gotta say, I said what the fuck you were thinking. Kill yourself. I approve this message.
I'm just
I
chuckling.
couldn't be a politician. I couldn't. I'm too politically incorrect to be a damn politician, because somebody would say some shit. Like, Bobby is like concerned. He's like, boo, what if they bring up, such and such? I'm just like, and? I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, okay, and next. People are fucking human. Keep it moving. Let's dig in your motherfucking closet. Matter of fact, let's check your browser history. How about that?
Let's not and say we did.
Right. Exactly. I'm pretty sure if somebody checked our browser histories right now, they'd be like, these bitches are psychopaths.
Yep. And yep. Mm-hmm. All 499 tabs.
That's why your shit's slow. 499 tabs.
On my phone.
Shit.
Only on my phone.
Oh, Jesus.
Not my computer. No. I like to get this stuff quick.
I come in, like, I do my research, before I go to bed. And so Bobby come in there like, what the fuck are you watching? I'm like, I'm doing research. He's like, he said the FBI watching your ass and they think you fucking psycho. I'm like, they think I'm psycho, or is it verified that I'm psycho? Which one? Just close the door on me.
You are still being analyzed.
It's okay. I'll take it. I'm just waiting for this background check to be like, what's murder and cocktails? You have a strong online presence.
Like, here, have a listen.
Right. In March 2020, DeAngelo offered to plead guilty in exchange for a life sentence, sparing him the death penalty. Pussy. You live to be 72. Take that L. Initially, prosecutors rejected the offer, but by June 2020, they agreed to the plea deal. Really? Y'all cracked in 3 months? The fuck? Okay, whatever. On June 29th, 2020, DeAngelo pled guilty to all charges and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
No fucking shit.
I'm writing him a letter.
Yeah,
Hey, can we interview you for our podcast? We'll put some money on your commissary.
Will not.
Just kidding. The renewed focus on the Golden State Killer case was in part due to the work of true crime writer Michelle McNamara. Her blog and her articles in Los Angeles Magazine brought fresh attention to the unsolved case, and she coined the term the Golden State Killer. Her book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, chronicled her obsessive quest to uncover the identity of the killer. McNamara tragically passed away in 2016 before DeAngelo's arrest, but her work played a significant role in reigniting the investigation. Bless her heart. May she rest in peace. Her husband, comedian Patton Oswalt, oversaw the completion of her book, which became a bestseller in 2018. Okay, hubby.
I love that.
Ooh. The arrest and conviction of Joseph DeAngelo brought an end to one of the most notorious crime sprees in U.S. history. His ability to evade justice for so long highlights the evolving nature of forensic science and the persistent efforts of law enforcement and citizen sleuths alike, in bringing even the most elusive criminals to justice. I need help. As we reach, I go every week, by the way. As we reach the end of this chilling episode of Murder and Cocktails, we want to thank you, our fantastic listeners, for joining us on this dark and mysterious journey. Your enthusiasm for true crime and mixology makes each episode truly special. Before we wrap up, don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast platform to stay updated on our latest concoctions of crime and cocktails. And of course, share the love by leaving us a review. Your feedback keeps the spirits high and the stories flowing. Remember to visit our website, truecrimemeetsmixology.com, for the cocktail recipe of the week, Cake by the Ocean, inspired by today's episode, and to check out our favorite things. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep those glasses full. Cheers to the mysteries that keep us coming back for more.
Ooh, that show was good. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Binging on the podcast. Hope true crime never run out. What's gonna happen in the next episode? Nobody don't know. I'm in suspense. This get intense. No turning back now. I'm all in. True crime. We online. Tune in. It's about to go down. True crime. True crime. Based on real life events. Every story has two sides.